Hello ladies and gentlemen, Captain Shaq here. Welcome back to some more Star Citizen content. It's been a while since I've done any videos on Star Citizen because we haven't had a lot of movement since we've been waiting for 3.0 to come out until today. Now, I'm not here to announce that 3.0 is out and you can download it. I wish I could, but not quite yet. What I am showing you though is something that's really cool to play around with. It's actually it's called the UEE, so the United Earth Empire's Tactical Communications Interface. At least that's what he's labeled it at the top. But what it really is a kind of holographic fleet formations and battle planner. We can zoom out a bit and see what we've got here. What I've got on screen right now is a squadron of 10 F-7 Hornets, probably the finest fighter in Star Citizen, in my opinion, and the Constellation. One of the constellation types. This is the Andromeda class. Now we can move these around. We can change their elevation on the table itself. So if you could want to like set up your formation in a very particular way. But this is how it actually works. So when you start out, you'll actually have this. It's kind of a card system where you can get your inventory going that you're gonna put on the table. Now, originally, I tried to put the Armco fleet in there, but it ended up taking up the entire table. It was just like this blue mess of doom, and it wasn't even half the ships because there's only 34 or 35 ships currently on this system, right? They're not all actually in there. It's 15 of the smaller ships, so we're talking like, F-7 Hornet, or we can go down through the ship list, the Hurricane, the Herald, the Stalker, all the way up to like the Saber. I think the Mustang's even in there too, and so is the Stalker. But we go back, we can go all the way up to the capital ships, but sadly it doesn't have all the ships in there, so you're not gonna find like the big frigates or anything like that. I mean, you can get like the Starfarer in there. I think the biggest thing that they've got is the Reclaimer. Probably be the largest ship they've got, so you're not going to see like the full-sized frigate, or I mean they do have the Polaris is in there, which is a Corvette I think, and then I don't remember the names of these. My favorite, of course, the Carrack. I'm real excited to add. Let's go ahead and add one of those in there, and then go back to simulate, and we can take a look at it. There's the Carrack. Give you an idea of scale too. So looks like we've lost our control buttons. I'm going to go ahead and refresh the screen. It does save your design, and you can take a screenshot from in this, so you can share your fleet design. But what's really cool about it is, we'll move this over. There's my baby. I can't wait to have one of these in the verse. I've already got it. They haven't added it. They're gonna add it sometime next year is when it's supposed to be finished. But there's the Carrack with its docking port at the top. So I don't think these are to scale, because obviously that Hornet can't fit in there, and it should be able to. But I guess they're relatively close. Let's add a larger ship, just to see. Let's add a Hull C. Big old transport ship. Simulate. Yeah, the Hull C is not massive. So maybe we're escorting. We can get rid of this. We can get rid of some of these Hornets. Oh, I can't delete them from here. That's too bad. Now I gotta refresh it again. Sometimes the control for being able to move around the camera in a 3D space doesn't always pop up, and you've got to refresh it. But I wanted to show you guys this because it's really cool to design out like your formation, how you would want to have just a standard operations manual is what I'm thinking this may be used for some organizations' guides. How do they set up an escort formation, and what are the responses when, say, an enemy force arrives? So if we grab this Hornet here, we should be able to drag him over. We'll bring him up. Sometimes it doesn't want to move up. There we go. We'll bring him up, maybe even rotate him. We can click this. This is rotate, right? Rotate ship towards the mouse target. So there we go. He's rotated. We can click him, and we can even change color him to enemy target. So maybe we've got him in this, I will say the Constellation. We'll rotate the Constellation toward the mouse. So there we go. Doesn't have to be at a weird angle. And we'll go ahead and color you as an enemy target as well. So Armco forces preparing to take on, a small exploration group that's in the wrong neighborhood or something. We can color him enemy too. So kind of cool. It's just a really neat system. There are some major limitations to it. Like you can only have 10 of a single ship type, and you can't add like another stack in there. So there's no way we could show like our entire Hornet fleet that the organization has so far. We couldn't even show, I think, all of the constellations that we've got, because I think we've got like 13 of them if you count all the variants. I think we got like 7 Carracks. There's a great list. It's public knowledge. You can go and check out over in it's the pinned messages on the Discord right now. But there are some interesting models in here that you can take a look at. We can drop a Cutlass on there. So if we're doing like planetary operations, maybe we've got 2 of them. Pop on 2 of those. Simulate. Where are these 2 Cutlass? There they are, the Cutlass Black. Oh, the new model for the Cutlass looks so good. Let's go ahead and rotate. I'm gonna have to refresh that so I'm actually able to control the camera a little bit easier. There we go. And we can zoom in on the cutlass. The new model for this is so good. It looks like a proper drop ship with the new bay doors on the side you can open up and shoot out of. Freaking crazy. I don't know if this is based on the new model or what. Now, hopefully the person who developed this, which is not actually the Star Citizen devs, but a fan, AIVI, I think you say his name. It's like AIVI. He's got a considerable amount here. You can even go into crew management. So we click this, and we go to crew management. You can actually assign different variables. So player, captain, shack, and then we could do, I don't know, Veil 4 and wasted space. And we can put Blitz in there, maybe Text Fire and Liara in there. We can just list everybody off on the Discord. But which I totally did not get that. Let's confirm and see what happens. So literally that's all it's gonna do is show the list of names. Okay, that's kind of cool, I guess. You could have people assigned. So what I'm looking forward to is even with the smaller universe, when we get 3.0 out, we can kind of, at the very least, be able to retell the story of like a battle or whatnot when we get these larger ships in there, how we defended a whole sea, how we defended a freelancer. Whole seas I don't think will be in 3.0, of course, but how, like, what we're gonna do with a constellation. There could be even like a planning events, or if we're doing a machinima, we could say, okay, here's what I want you guys to do, and I send a variety of screenshots to my pilots, because we're going to make like an Armco trailer. This is one of the instances that I thought we could use this for, where we have an enemy, say, constellation, and we're going to board it with maybe a freelancer, which, by the way, is not one of the ships that you can add in here right now, I don't believe. So hopefully he adds all of the ships. We're gonna board it with a Drake, like a Cutlass. We're gonna have the Cutlass come in here, and they're gonna board it, and we want you guys to, can I grab multiples of these? I should be able to. Yeah, there we go. And then have them turn toward the mouse. There we go. So an easier way to kind of express an idea of, okay, here's what we want to do, this is what I'm thinking, and I can have like a little briefing made up. So it's just one more tool that a fan has made that's gonna be super useful for the community, and I'm hoping we see something like this built actually let me refresh that, into the game. Something that I've always wanted to see in EVE Online that would make it a little bit more interesting, but we never really did. That was supposed to be actually what we were gonna get from walking around on stations. We were supposed to get some type of like command table where we could sit and talk to our corporation while sitting at like a holographic table pointing out star systems and stuff, but it never happened. So hopefully we see that in Star Citizen, but it's a cool tool. I highly recommend you check it out. Link will be in the description below. Thank you so much for the guy who made it. I'm gonna be playing around with this quite a bit. We may even use it for a couple of videos. So please get the rest of the ships put in there. I would love to see freelancers and whatnot have some like basic escorting formations and stuff. Could be fun to try out, and have like a operations manual for Armco pilots if you're going to be in certain ops, or we don't want to explain everything on how we do things. You can just like do a quick read through on a couple of pages and boom, you know exactly where you should be if you're assigned, you know, spearhead escort duty or anti-missile interception duty or whatever. If you're there to like intercept torpedoes, could be fun. But all right, let me know in the comments what you think of this, and what could the developer add to this to make it even more interesting, right? I mean, I personally would like one that's not operated out of a browser, if that's possible. And I'd also like to have a few effects and maybe being able to like draw on the map, so I can say, okay, you know, here's what we've got, and here's what the response should be, and I can maybe draw some arrows to indicate whatever it is I'm trying to do. So yeah, tools like that would be awesome. But let me know in the comments below what you think he should add. Maybe he'll even see this video and be able to add those into the piece of software. It's pretty cool. So links in the description. I will see you guys in the next one. Later, everybody.